Yeah, I mean, I had a wonderful time at Sunrisers for a number of years, and as we see throughout the years, there's always movement with players, and really excited to be involved here at the Titans. Nice to arrive and meet the team, and the team's very much looking forward to the start of the season. In terms of the actual squad, I think every player's been given a role, and they're reasonably clear in how they want to go about it. In terms of final selection, we're still a few days out from the first match, so have to wait and see. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've played against Hardik for a number of years, and a world-class player, and played against him last year, and he had an incredible season as a leader and as a player. So yeah, really excited to be playing under Hardik, and it brings a great energy to the team. Yeah, it certainly doesn't switch the cricketing brain off. Absolutely, like when you're out there in the field, you're trying to do as much as you can for the team, and whether that's assisting where you can, or if you're called upon for your ideas, it's quite a natural thing to be engaged in the game. But having said that, it has taken a little bit off my plate, which was a large part of the reason for making the decision back home. And and often it's the parts around it where you get a little bit more time back. So yeah, I've always sort of thought it was never a forever job, and it requires a lot of energy, and I really enjoyed my time in that specific role, and I do enjoy being involved in leadership, or just basically helping where I can. And it's been a really enjoyable thing in terms of playing under Tim Southey, who's captaining the test team and doing a great job. There's a few less commitments off the field, but still it's a change. So something that I'm experiencing at the moment, and working through as well. But fortunate to have a number of leaders in the New Zealand environment, and then to come here to Gujarat with Hardik captaining the side. That's something I'm really excited about as well. It was something that was improving slowly all the time, so it's sort of requiring management, but it's a lot better now, and it's not something that's stopping me in terms of training loads, playing, and all those things. So although no injury is ideal, and often injuries require time to heal and work through, and so for me that was no different. But it's nice to be back playing and training, and not be sort of burdened by it. It's firstly great to be here at Gujarat, and always basically looking to improve, whether that's in any format. So we've come off a pretty busy home summer, and it's nice to come here and try and make those adjustments as quickly as possible, and basically just commit to my role within the team, and try and do as much as I can for the side this season. Yeah, I mean, it's quite a different dynamic. Often I think when you're picking teams, you're always sort of weighing up one role or another, and you kind of shape your side a certain way, but naturally having the ability to bring in an impact player kind of changes that a little bit. I guess it's all pretty new ground for everybody, so getting a feel for it, getting used to it, and sort of seeing how it pans out in terms of how you shape what you do as a side will be quite interesting to see. So I mean, it's a rule there that all teams are going to try and use to their advantage, to the best of their ability. So it will be pretty interesting to see how it goes. I mean, last year was a fantastic year for the franchise in their first season in the tournament to play as well as they did. And I suppose this year is another opportunity as a team to really bond. I mean, every team changes slightly each year, and every team's strong. So you come to these tournaments, and you never quite know who's gonna win them. You'll have favourites and you'll have everything else, but at the end of the day, any team can beat anybody. So the side's fully aware of that, and having the experience of last year, I'm sure they'll be trying to take some of those learnings forward and try and put out better and better performances throughout the season. yeah, it's always such a tough competition that, yeah, they're really excited and looking forward to the challenges ahead. Yeah, I mean, as it stands, it's sort of top order, but obviously final selection is not until nearer to the matches. So yeah, but to be honest, wherever is, you just want to try and do a role, and wherever that role is, and wherever they see the best fit in terms of the team and the makeup of the side, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the challenges, certainly in the international game, is bouncing between formats and trying to make those adjustments as quickly as possible. And, we had quite a large volume of Test cricket quite recently. So coming over here, it's basically trying to get stuck into the preparation, the T20 format, the role that I'll have, and just basically prepare as well as you can for that. And so in some ways, it's just recalling those reminders of your game that's important, and committing to it. I mean, he's had an incredible year, but you could always see that it was only a matter of time, the quality that he has, and that we have seen for a few years now, and just to, I guess, have those experiences that you need to have as a young, extremely talented player, and really put it together on the international stage, and also obviously in the IPL as well. Like I say, it's more of a matter of time, and a very special player, so a big player for our team, and great to be in his side. Yeah, I mean, so far it's been great to join the team and meet all the players, and obviously know a number of the guys, and having played with a number of them, and obviously against a lot of them as well over the years. So yeah, it's been really nice to meet the side and get into some practice, and yeah, and it's great. It's exciting to be joining a new team, and all the parts that come with change. So yeah, it's been really enjoyable. Yeah, I mean, I do have fond memories of Ahmedabad, and a number of years ago now, and a lot's changed then, particularly the ground. Certainly a lot bigger than it used to be, but yeah, a special memory recalling your first Test match, and yeah, and great to be back, and in a slightly different light, I suppose, with a different format and a different side, but a lot of good memories. Leadership's or captaincy is a position that I've been involved in, over a number of years in different teams, but it's not something that that I have to have. It's basically any side you're in, you're wanting to just do as much as you can for the team, and whether you have an official leadership role or not, that doesn't really change. So and it's nice to mix it up as well. Done it for a long time, and I'm excited to be here and playing under Hardik, as I have been playing under Tim in the Test format for New Zealand. So yeah, I mean, I enjoy getting involved and trying to help where I can. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens in the future, but I'm happy being here and a part of the side. Yeah, we had a number of really good Test matches in the last sort of 6 weeks. That really close one against England and another close one against Sri Lanka. So that was exciting, and really well supported matches as well, which is great for Test cricket. And coming into this season and the IPL, absolutely, I want to be doing as much as I can to help the team, and basically, whatever that role looks like according to the surfaces and all these different bits and pieces that you have to factor in. That's important to take into account, but basically just trying to do a role for the team, and add as much as I can. Most probably, I've only really just met Shubman, played against him for a few years, and you could see the quality that he has, and he's a really strong competitor as well. So I'm sure he'll be learning a lot from a number of leaders that he's been able to play under for a few years, and seems like a fantastic guy. So and has a really great understanding of the game. So I suppose naturally there might be leadership positions that might come his way, but we'll have to see. I haven't seen Rash yet. He hasn't actually arrived in the side, but the bond is. Sorry.
He just arrived.
Oh, did he? Oh, brilliant! I'll see him shortly. The bond's always strong. A great friend and obviously an incredible cricketer and an incredible person. So I'm really excited to see Rash shortly and be with him throughout the season. The landscape is clearly changing, and we've seen in our environment and in other sides as well where players are having to make decisions. I think every side or board will have a slightly different take on it, and I think it's trying to strike a bit of a balance, because you want your best players playing the international game, but also if there is a drive or an ambition to play in some of these other leagues, it's a delicate balance, and I think it's about trying to basically slowly put it together over the next period, because I think we'll just continue to see the landscape change. It's hard to make sort of really firm decisions now, because we don't quite know what it's going to look like even in a few months or 6 months and even a year. So it's trying to navigate that space as it goes. But absolutely something that's quite unique, and certainly in my time in the game, and probably for a number of years before that it has to be addressed. Yeah, I mean, it's quite different, isn't it, in terms of turning up, assessing conditions, trying to select a balanced 11 prior, and going into a match committing to a style, whereas now there's the ability to kind of see what you're perhaps dealing with, and finalising your team after that fact. So I mean, it's different. There's change there, and I think every team will be trying to get their head around what it might look like, and what sort of advantage they can get from making some good decisions around it. And we'll have to see throughout the season how that plays out. But obviously the intention is to I suppose not have any parts and teams that I don't know, I suppose it's stacking teams a little bit more and trying to keep improving the product. So it'll be really interesting to see how it plays out. Yeah, I mean, that's very important. Recovery, with the volume of games, the travel back in, and which is nice actually. It means every team sort of has home ground. Cricket as well, so that's exciting. All the crowds will be back supporting their teams, which is always great to be a part of. For me personally, it's trying to be aware of that as much as you can, and make sure that you're looking after your body, and but also making sure you're preparing as well as you can. So there's a balance to strike. It'll be different for batsmen, for bowlers. Some games will be shorter turnaround, some a little bit longer. So I mean, I think every team's got a fantastic support crew that will be keeping a close eye on that. It'd be to enjoy it. There's so much about the IPL that's special and a fantastic experience to be involved in. It'd be to enjoy it and soak it up as much as you can. I mean, obviously in every team there's players from all around the world. A lot of the top talent where there's fantastic opportunities to get alongside people that you haven't met before and try and basically learn, and that's something that I've always enjoyed every year that I've been involved here is that sort of opportunity. So a great chance to go out, play, express yourself, and learn as well. I don't think that'll be their first thought. We do play a lot of cricket, all teams do in India, and so it is nice to have those experiences, but I think most players will be pretty motivated for the teams that they're in and trying to do whatever it is that they can before turning an eye to the World Cup, which is still a number of months away. So and the different format too. So yeah, I mean, it's always great to have these experiences, but I suppose that focus will shift after the tour.
Fastest cricket score updates
या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज,
सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म,
क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।